The World Cup is here, and today I will be giving you, for absolutely no reason, my best 11 of the 2022 World Cup before the tournament even starts. And keep in mind, it will only be from nations that are in the World Cup, so there will be no Italian players. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to Tactical Manager TV, and welcome to another World Cup video. So before we start with the best 11 selection, I must tell you a few things that you need to keep in mind. First and foremost, I will be using a 4-2-3-1 formation simply due to personal preference. So if you want to comment down below your best 11 of the 2022 World Cup, use whatever formation you'd like. I won't judge. I will also be giving you 7 bench players, 7 backups for this starting 11, and that'll be 1 goalkeeper, 1 fullback, 1 center back, 2 midfielders, and 2 forwards. Also, as I said, feel free to drop down below your best 11, try having fun with it or hating on me, whatever you like. We all use different criterias. I use my eyes to judge here, and some of you use Football Manager or FIFA Manager ratings. I don't judge. Drop your best 11 on the comment section down below, but keep in mind, only players from national teams in the World Cup. And if they are injured and confirmed out of the World Cup, please don't include them. Okay, but enough of that. If you enjoy these videos, smash that like button and don't forget to check out our other World Cup videos. They're all in the channel. You can go check out the World Cup playlist. Thank you for hitting that like button. Let's play the intro and let's start the World Cup best 11 before the tournament starts. Maybe we'll do one after too. All right, let's play the intro. Okay, so in this 4-2-3-1 formation, why don't we start with the goalkeeper? My goalkeeper selection is Courtois, the Belgian goalkeeper from Real Madrid. And it was mostly between him, Ederson, if you wanted a goalkeeper better with his feet, Alisson from Liverpool, Neuer from Bayern Munich or Germany, but I'm sticking to Courtois here. He was massive for Belgium back in 2018, crucial in their win against Brazil, and he is a world-class goalkeeper in his prime. And we just saw him being a key player for Real Madrid during their Champions League title. I would argue he was maybe even their most important player alongside Vinicius and Benzema. So for this video, my goalkeeper, my best goalkeeper for this World Cup is Courtois. Next up are the fullbacks, and let's start right away with the right back. My right back of choice is João Cancelo, the Portuguese fullback from Man City. I know he plays a lot of left back, but he is a righty and he is a right back originally, and he can play there. So for this video, he is my right back. Another player that was in real contention here for this position was Reece James, the English fullback from Chelsea, but unfortunately, he is injured. He's not in the World Cup roster for England, so I didn't even take him into consideration for this specific video. Then I probably thought a little bit about Trent Arnold from Liverpool, but he is a defensive liability, or Hakimi from PSG, also didn't make the cut, so I'm going to go with João Cancelo, likely the most technical fullback in the world right now. Now, who is my left back, and who would have thought that a CONCACAF player would have made the best 11? And you probably guessed it by now. My left back is Alphonso Davies, the Canadian left back from Bayern Munich. Davies is recovering from injury, but it has been confirmed that he will be healthy for the World Cup, so he is eligible for this video. There are plenty of great left backs in the world, but mainly the two I would have placed to compete with Davies for this position would have been João Cancelo, who already selected to be my right back, so he can't play right back and left back in the same team. And the other one would have been Andy Robertson, that plays for Liverpool, but is Scottish. So he won't be in the World Cup because Scotland is not there, so he was also not eligible for this video. So my left back is Alphonso Davies. Okay, let's finish up that back line right there, and let's go to the center backs. Who would be my 2 center backs for the best 11 of the World Cup? So my choices here will be Marquinhos, the Brazilian center back from PSG, and Ruben Dias, the Portuguese center back from Man City. When it comes to center backs, there were at least another 4 to 5 options that I could have gone here, right? Personally, I like both of these center backs, not just because of their defensive abilities, but ability on the ball. I think they're true ball-playing defenders. Of course, I left off many other elite center backs like Harry Maguire. I mean, he's elite if he's playing for the other team, right? Like for the United States in the World Cup. Harry Maguire is our elite center back. We're really going to need him to start for England. But look, let's go back to what matters in this video. Okay, jokes aside about Harry Maguire, in all seriousness here, despite not being the same as before, Virgil van Dijk would have been a fair pick, Thiago Silva from Chelsea, Gvardiol from RB Leipzig, the Croatian center back, Romero from Argentina and Tottenham, Eder Militão from Real Madrid, Koulibaly from Chelsea. The list goes on. There's plenty of center backs you could have picked. You can let me know in the comment section who would be your 2 center backs. But for this video, I'm going to go with Marquinhos and Ruben Dias. Okay, so we're playing on a 4-2-3-1 formation, and I do want my fullbacks to bomb forward and attack. So my double pivot that's going to be there needs to really protect that back line. Okay, both players very well, and cover for the fullbacks. So my first choice as the right central midfielder in this double pivot in the 4-2-3-1 formation is Casemiro, the central defensive midfielder, the Brazilian central defensive midfielder from Man United. So no one is better than Casemiro for that, protecting the back line. There's a reason he's a locked-in starter for Brazil, has won 5 Champions Leagues with Real Madrid, including most recently a couple months ago in the last season. Honestly, he's probably the best player for Man United right now as well. To me, having Casemiro to protect the back line is a must. So who is my other central defensive midfielder that will help protect that back line? And that will be Joshua Kimmich, the German midfielder from Bayern Munich. As I said, I want to keep that backline protected. Having Casemiro and Kimmich as my double pivot, I don't know about you, but I would feel pretty damn confident that they will get the job done. Kimmich is amazing on defense, but I do think Casemiro is a little bit better on that aspect of the game. But Kimmich is better on the ball and would be a bit more busy in possession, helping progress the ball forwards to our 10s, wingers, alongside with distribution. I just think Kimmich and Casemiro would complement each other very well on that double pivot while protecting the back line in a world-class level. So those are the main reasons why I picked those 2 players. I also think they're the 2 best 6s in the world. Of course, considering the fact that Conte is also injured and out of the World Cup, that played a big role because Conte would have been in contention to be one of those, but he's not in the World Cup, so I couldn't do it. And remember, we'll get to the section where I have the backup players, so you're going to see who probably was right behind them. I can't spoil it now. It would ruin the fun. Next up is the central attacking midfielder, the 10. And if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to smash that like button because I dare you. I just dare you to do so. So if you don't do it, you're a loser. And I apologize for calling you a loser. Well, I mean, if you hit the like button, then I didn't really call you a loser. But who is my 10, my central attacking midfielder for the best 11 of the 2022 World Cup? And that is Kevin De Bruyne, the Belgium central attacking midfielder from Man City. And I mean, how could I not have him here? He is the best attacking midfielder in the world, possibly the best playmaker in the world. His ability to assist his teammates is one of the best in the game currently, in my opinion. Plus, he's dangerous on long shots. He knows how to dictate the tempo of the game, distribution. He is just a complete midfielder, a complete stud. And with Casemiro and Kimmich playing behind him, KDB will have lots of freedom to run the show. So for those reasons, he will be my central attacking midfielder. Okay, now let's go to the wingers, and I'll start with the right winger. And my pick is Lionel Messi. Look, Messi is once again in amazing form for PSG and entering the World Cup with realistic possibilities of actually winning it. Which, by the way, we did an entire video that was meant to be a breakdown for Argentina and the reasons why they will win this World Cup. We looked into their tactics, Lionel Messi, how they play, how they got to the World Cup. So check that video. I'm going to put it on the description, or just check out on our playlist, our World Cup playlist. It's called Messi's Last Dance. All right, back to this video. In 18 matches for PSG, Messi has 12 goals and 14 assists this season, and he is the greatest player of this generation, and he still has it in his game at age 35. Messi makes my World Cup best 11 prior to the World Cup. After, we'll see how he performs. Oh, and I do want to spoil one thing. He will be playing for Inter Miami in 2023 or 2024. It's been reported by many different sources in Major League Soccer, and I actually have talked to some people that work in MLS, and they have said that the deal is pretty much done, and Major League Soccer is preparing for the arrival of the greatest player of this generation, Lionel Messi. So yeah, the Messi rumors to Major League Soccer, according to many people I know in MLS, it is true. But enough of that. Let's go to the left wing. And my pick for the left wing is Neymar. So when putting out this best 11, one of the main reasons I selected Neymar was his chemistry with Messi. But Neymar right now might be in the best form of his career. The man is focused and on a mission to win this World Cup with a stacked Brazilian side, which we also did an entire Brazil breakdown here on the channel. You might want to check out that video. It's on the 2022 World Cup playlist, and maybe I'll put the link on the description as well. And look at me, self-promoting once again. High five. So back to Neymar. Neymar has played 19 matches for PSG this season with 15 goals scored and 12 assists. He's also one of the most overhated players I have ever seen for absolutely no reason besides flopping. But as a player, this guy is a complete stud. He's one of the best Brazilian soccer players of all time and still does not get the respect he deserves. He's easily a top 10 Brazilian player of all time. So Neymar in this video makes my starting 11 as a left winger. Now we're going to go to my center forward of choice. And then after that, I'm going to skim through the bench players. So my center forward, I'm going to have to explain to you why I selected him, and this one was a tough one. So listen, my choice is Lewandowski, the experienced Polish center forward from Barcelona. Now look, I can't go with Erling Haaland because Norway's not in the World Cup, so my choice here was between Lewandowski, Karim Benzema, and Harry Kane, to which all three of them are fair choices. But let me explain why I picked Lewandowski specifically. And let me get one more thing out of the way here, just to mention, because I know the Mbappe fanboys are going to attack me. I did not consider Mbappe. Even though center forward is his favorite position, to me, he is best out wide on the wing. So I thought these three players that I mentioned, Lewandowski, Benzema, and Harry Kane, are better when it comes to just being a center forward. So why did I pick Lewandowski over Benzema and Kane? So all three of them are around the same level in my opinion, with a slight advantage to Lewandowski and Benzema. I think they're a bit better than Harry Kane, even though Harry Kane, if you analyze from a playmaking ability, he is better than Karim Benzema and Robert Lewandowski. But I went with Lewandowski because what I need for this team is a prolific goal scorer. I already have Kevin De Bruyne, Messi, and Neymar. I don't need any playmaking ability coming from my center forward. I only need goals. Ideally, I would pick Erling Haaland, but I can't. So I'm going to pick Lewandowski. Just for context here, Lewandowski has 694 professional games played at the club level with 527 goals scored. That includes Bundesliga, the Champions League, La Liga, which by the way, at the time of this recording, he is averaging a goal per game for Barcelona. Karim Benzema has 765 matches in his career with 395 goals scored. And Harry Kane has 485 matches played with 287 goals scored. So listen, all of them are going to give you a lot of goals. That's what they do. But when it comes to goal scoring per game, goal scoring ability, being a pure goal scorer, I would say Erling Haaland is the number one. Clearly, we're seeing that right now. And Lewandowski is ahead of the two I mentioned. So my pick for the center forward position is Robert Lewandowski. Alright, so let me recap the best 11 I just gave you before I give you my 7 subs. And by subs, I don't mean like a sandwich. I mean like substitutes, all right? Bench players. So just to recap, my best 11 was on a 4-2-3-1 formation with the Belgium goalkeeper Courtois on goal, the Portuguese right back João Cancelo at the right back position, and Alphonso Davies as my left back. My two center backs were Marquinhos and Ruben Dias. My two dual pivot sixes were Casemiro and Kimmich, with Kevin De Bruyne as my central attacking midfielder, Lionel Messi as my right winger, Neymar as my left winger, and Robert Lewandowski as my center forward. And which players make the bench of the best 11 of this World Cup? My bench players would be Alisson, the goalkeeper from Brazil, Hakimi, the fullback from Morocco and PSG, Thiago Silva, the center back for Chelsea and Brazil, the experienced center back, Tchouaméni as one of the midfielders, the midfielder from Real Madrid and France, Fede Valverde, another midfielder from Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe as one of my wingers, not center forwards, and my backup center forward would be Karim Benzema. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't, go check out our other World Cup videos. We have done World Cup previews for Argentina, Mexico, Canada, United States, Brazil, and much more. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Thank you BetOnline for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to hit that like button before you leave the video because I dared you to. Thank you for watching and have a great day.